Hi, how are you all doing? Welcome to the sprints for the Wanériffe War. I am, it seems that I have been doing my math right today. I'm very proud of myself. And we are going into a next phase of the game. So if you have any questions, this is the moment to unleash them all to me so that I can make things more clear for everybody. And I'll open these sprints waiting for your reactions by talking about the book that I will be reading this evening. And I really hope I can make some progress because I have read like 170 pages since on 4 days or something. So that's not that much. And I was hoping to finish it for this week, or to log it this week, but I didn't make it to that. The book I'm reading is Girl, Goddess, Queen by Bea Fitzgerald. I have no idea for how long it has been on my wanting to read list. You can see it's like a little bit shiny. It captivates me every time. The lettering, so this is the French edition. And I'm a little bit sad that from the library I got the paperback because on the image there was the hardcover and it looked so stunning and so way different than this one with like sprayed edges. But it's fine. It's the same story. Hi, how are you doing? Hello. So we have, and now I'm going to be hesitant again about names. Molly and Susie. What are you going to read? This Decent. Oh, Decent is not great. What's going on? Tired and slow, just like my Wi-Fi. Well, it's better than like asleep and not there at all, I guess. I don't know how much you got. So I was introducing the book I was going to read, but therefore I don't know if you got there immediately. I was saying like how proud I was because my math seems to have done no errors this week. Oh yeah, I totally get that. I take a bunch of them as well, and they are not always nice. They clean up one problem and they create another. Unfortunately, I hope that it is going at least helping for what it's supposed to do. I also propose that if you have questions for the next phase of the readathon, it's a good time to shout them out of me. The day off for oh yes, why not? Oh, that's fun. I really like that show. But I haven't read, well, yes, I did audiobook reading, but I didn't read a lot. So I'm definitely going to read in this book. I wanted to finish it like this weekend, and I'm like far behind. It is Girl, Goddess, Queen, and it is a Hades and Persephone retelling. And Greek mythology is like, or mythology, maybe the Celtic one. It's not my favorite place to be. And I picked this up because the back made me think it would be very funny. And I feel it is. It has like some very fun banter. We started off Kore, who becomes Persephone, who is quite an interesting character. I feel Hades is like the typical torn, almost maybe dark romance type of character. And I feel we are turning around in this book. And it's again one of those, and I have had a few like this year. Like I do not want to DNF it because I really want to know where it is going and what the rest of the story will be. But then also it is not gripping me, and I feel that makes me also maybe feel less motivated to read, but also falling asleep way quicker in the evening when I read in bed and not making progress. And I was wondering if that is something that you experience as well, like a book you really want to read, but then somehow drags a lot. Because I've I hear people say like I'm not liking a book, I DNF it. I hear people talk about reading slumps. It's definitely not that. Um, I'm so lucky. Cross fingers. I never really experienced a reading slump since I picked up reading. I'm not 24, 22, and so I don't know how to classify this feeling of like I want to read it, but I'm not making progress. It's nice. I am so obsessed with the lettering that like shines or reflects the light. But I will try. I will try to leave it in the Discord. There is the hardcover who has like a cover I like way more, but I didn't get that one. I have to read 500-page book by 8 p.m. in 6 hours. Whoa. Yeah, I hope for you. And otherwise, well, it will make you 250 pages for the weekend or next weekend with the page counts. I hope you all got that you can log books, because if I followed, because I'm not reading like every message on the tribal chats because it's way too much, and I have like also behind the scenes stuff and my life going on. But I have understood that there are people who do not have any books left that fit with prompts. Then read just anything, divide the page count by 2, and log them already for the pages in the weekend. The more pages you have, the more questions you will have. Also, I'm not alone with my feeling. That's for me. It's very nice to know I'm not alone. It's like other people experience that too. Well, no, that's the thing. I feel the chapters are quite short. Yeah, about 10 pages. And I often read books with extremely long chapters, like Robin Hood books and stuff like that. And I feel often more annoyed with shorter chapters than with longer ones, because I feel there is like this break every time then we switch chapters. But then that's also probably like a very me thing. Yes. No, I don't want any reading and go to waste. And I know it's confusing. And like I've said it and I will keep saying it, I guess. I have been having to improvise a little bit along this readathon because it wasn't created for, well, if you compare it to like Aurelium or Tar, of course we are not that many, but I didn't expect so many people. And this I had to adapt. But I think it's gonna work out. And I also maybe underestimated the difficulty of finding the prayers. So that's why I decided not to do like another prayer, because I could have made you read for a fourth one, and probably that would never have like finished up or not completely. But I noticed that it's very difficult to puzzle all the words together to find them. And so I wanted to give the opportunity to gather as many as possible. And normally, if I counted right and I see what both teams have left, or both tribes have left, it should be possible for both tribes to get like the 3 times 20 prompts and clues. So I think that winning will come on the first one who makes the prayer work. And I really hope that someone is going to find them, or at least one, because it would be so sad if nobody does. So that's why I wanted to give in the answers or the question option, so that we are sure that somebody finds it. And we'll see. I follow along a little bit, but I feel that none really like uses the chats to find out. I feel everybody is thinking like in his own little corner, or you have like chats behind in other things because I don't see a lot of people like looking for what they are. And I want to stress it's a puzzle, so they are like not in the order of the prompts you got. And so by ordering them like from the first to the last prompt is not going to help. It's all completely mingled up. So it's really like put it all together, take a puzzle and find out. So I propose that we do again one of those animal guessing games. I feel they are very fun to do, to keep ourselves a little bit busy before diving into reading. And so I'm going to struggle again to make that happen. So let me see. No, pas supreme. No, not get it away. We should, not this way. We see them better this way, I guess. We have a lion nest in this picture. Another lion. Oh, we have a hippo. They are so cute. Or their ears are so cute. We have a cheetah. A white-backed vulture. A leopard. Another lion. Oh, this one is having a collar. So this must be somewhere where there is a lot of wildlife protection. And then elephants with big ears. So I guess we are in Africa. And it's in the Latin name as well, Africana. So, Africa. Where in Africa? Let's open the map already. Let's like zoom in on Africa. And I guess we are under the Sahara. South Africa, yes, that was my first guess as well. Shall we pick like the point all down, or shall we go up a little bit? Because I feel Krugerpark. I don't know that park. Any idea on the map where we are? Nope. I will go for like the down. Anyways, we won't be far. Oh, nope. We were in Benin, which is like just next to the Sahara. Whoa. Oh, we have a lot of hidden animals. Okay. The first one will be a spider. So if you don't like, close your eyes. I'll tell you when it goes away. This is an oak spider. If I click, I need to click on it more. An oak spider. Quite cute. Never heard of it. The spider is away, and we have a mouflon. So this is something that lives in trees. In mountain change. They go up like goats. And we have a bird called, how do you pronounce that? Ptarmigan. Looks a little bit like a chicken. The Latin name is not helping me, so I cannot tell you. Oh, it's a beetle. It's okay. It's a little beetle, which is called Larinus vulpes. Makes me think of the ones that live like in furs. Then Latin name is not helping. Oh, it's a butterfly. The brown argus. It's nice. White admiral. Not sure what type of animal we have. Another butterfly. Then we have Apollo. Another butterfly. A white one. This is nice. And then we have, that's all we have. Where are we? Cold airs. I was thinking like mountains, maybe something like, or Scandinavia, or like maybe something like Austria or Switzerland. Or then maybe something like Eastern Europe. Let me get the map. Like maybe somewhere like in this area. So I know like we have Austria and Switzerland who are here with the Alps. I don't think we have them in the Pyrenees, which is here. So I would go like over here or for like along maybe Scandinavia, Eastern Europe. What do you think? Because like big white spaces, that would make me more think about Scandinavia or Scandinavia. Close. Well, let's see. Let me go back to this screen and then maybe go like, let's go here and see. Oh gosh. We are France, which is like this part. Can I zoom in on it? No. This part is like the Alps where they meet with Italy and maybe not that far from Switzerland. Oh, it's a game. No, and it's meant to be interactive. It's to do something. I like playing games. So let's do the next round. What do we have? A apostle bird who makes me think of like a crow, but in more special. But I don't know that one, so I don't think we are close to me. The black-fronted dotterel. He's cute. Looks like he lives also not that far from water because of his long legs. Nope. Oh no. Oh, okay. Save the day. The rainbow bee eater. It's a place where the sky can get gray. Then we have a frilled dragon. That's a lizard. I do not know. But then it's a lizard and we are not on great altitudes. It is quite a big one. Okay. Now we know where we are. Somewhere in Australia, because we have the common wallaroo. And then we have the gala. These are so sweet. Emus. And it looks a little bit deserty. And then we have the Pictorella mannequin. This is a nice bird too. Australia, but where? Country I would like to visit, but it seems I'm the only one. My kids are not so happy of the spiders and the scorpions and stuff like that. So, yeah, it needs heat. So we are in Australia, and then I feel this zone is like desert. So last time we were like, here, shall we try the other side? Yeah, I would go for the other side, like over here. Let's see. Nope, the other side. That's still 3,000 kilometers. It's huge, and that would be Georgetown, Australia. Next round. The white-winged dove. It's sitting on a cactus. Oh, this one is so cute. Scrub Euphonia. This looks a little bit like olives. Hepatic tanager. This one looks like he's not that healthy. Or he's shedding. A common raven. In what country do they still have ravens? The rose bellied lizard makes me think of the ones we have in the south of France, but it's not that one. Then we have Opuntia streptacantha, also a cactus. And this one I have seen growing in the south of Europe, in France and in Spain. Then we have the Vesper sparrow. And we have, this is a vulture. And it says in Latin, and I need to watch Catartes. And Catartes makes me think of the Catars, and that's France. Just read a book that the main character takes on a huntsman spider as a pet. I was struggling to finish it. Oh. I like spiders. Put that book into the Discord because I might have a look into that one. And we used to share our house with over 20 tarantulas. Well, they were not living like in the house. Of course, they have terraria. You buy them like they are very, very small, and you cannot tell if they are female or male. And male tarantulas often live only like 1.5 years because in nature they are meant to be feeding the females. And females live up to 25 years old. And we had one female. So at this point, I have one tarantula left. She's called Yeti because she is full of little white how do you call it, the irritating hairs. And well, she lives in her terraria, of course, and but she's not that scary. Well, why not? That's the oak spider, probably, that led you down that path. So my tarantula is, I think she must be 5 around now. Um, but she's, it's an animal that doesn't move and that stays mostly hidden. So people go like, "Oh, such a scary animal to have," but I feel sometimes my cats are more dangerous than the tarantula. But well, let's see. Where are we on this world? I would go for around the Mediterranean, but I am not sure we are in France because the vulture is absolutely not something that works for me. Now, I don't know about cactus and the Maghreb. So I don't know. Shall we go for like, I feel Greece is maybe, it's maybe too not green for Greece, but then maybe Italy, or like something like what are those little countries? It's like Albania and um, how's the other one? Where they say it's nice to go on vacation. Let's go for over here. I don't know. We never went there in our adventures. Oh no. Okay, we are. Let's zoom out. Mexico. Okay, so we have like the same cacti. It's fun to know. Let's see for the next round. We have a common self-heal. I like the prunella in it, and the leaf. The leaf looks like. Let me show you. Let me switch screens. If you remember, if you saw my reading journal setup, I put in leaves. And this is the leaf of the blackthorn. Let me see, can you see it? The blackthorn that is growing in my garden. I feel the leaves are quite similar. Hello, welcome. We are playing a game before starting to read. Feel free to help us out in this next round. So we have to guess where on the world we are. This is, we just saw the common self-heal. And then we have hemlock, which to me looks a lot like these Christmas trees. We have marten, which also looks like a tree that has more needles than leaves. So I guess we are somewhere up north. The bobcat in the snow. Oh, a bobcat is a lynx. Okay. Then we have, this is it's hidden, but it's a night butterfly, a moth. Oh, and it's its caterpillar, and it is called Hickory tussock moth. I think the caterpillars are they look so alien, but they are so cute. And then we have, what is this? A spruce grouse. And I have absolutely, and it says here in Latin, canadensis. Would we be somewhere in Canada, which would be up there? So, Canada, Or do we got misled? And are we somewhere like in Scandinavia or Russia? Canada. Let's go for Canada then we need to figure out where exactly. Let's see, can we zoom in a little bit more? Because like it must be somewhere in this stripe. I don't really know like which side of the lakes is Canada. Let's see. Shall we go? I don't feel there is something that looks like a bird, like something that likes fish or that like lives near water. Shall we go for somewhere near the lakes? Like maybe here. Let's guess that. So, Canada? No, we were in the United States. And age, I don't really know, but we are all in the north. So we were not that far. Only 3,000 kilometers. Let's go see how many points. We should have noted down like how many points we got. 14,875. It's not that bad. I feel we didn't do worse than at other times. And that makes it we have been chatting around half an hour. Oh yeah, maybe. I can like I know by name many of the states, but I don't really know where they are. But could be. So I'm gonna take away this one. I'm gonna add in the timer. It is here. No, not this way. I need to do this. Then I need to do this. How do people get this done so easily? It's a mystery to me. And then I still need to go back here. Okay. So I hope that you will enjoy whatever you're going to do, if it is reading or watching Criminal Minds, and we'll see you again in about 45 minutes. Welcome back. How did your reading or watching go? I read 48 pages, and I had a really good time. It made me laugh a lot, and I feel that maybe we are really starting to get into the story and that I want to continue reading more than before. So please let me know if you had a good sprint. I really enjoyed the banter between Hades and Persephone in this part of the book. You're going to switch books. Well, it's not. Is it not a good book, or do you feel it's too heavy reading in this short of time? Yes, so you love it. So that's great. But yeah, indeed, some books you want to savor more than other ones. So I hope you find something that will be able to be read. And what exactly are you reading for on such a short notice? Because I don't think we don't have that line going on. So I guess you're participating in something else as well. And talking about participating in something else as well, have you any plans already for September? Yesterday, Aurelium was announced. And of course, I watched and I said in my reading journal setup that I wouldn't participate, but I just might still do so because I'm highly intrigued with the new side quest. And it seems that if I spend a lot of credits of my guild reputation points, then I am able to fit like all my September possibilities into Aurelium, which would be great. So I'm not sure if you are diving into something. A 5-day readathon called Survive the Night. You pick a hiding place by reading a book. Hopefully the killer goes somewhere else. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Never heard about that one. It seems that you have like these clusters of readathons groups in which you have the same people going from the same readathon to the same readathon, and then there are lots of them that if you didn't heard about them at the first place, you never get to know. So don't hesitate to share any readathons or fun things into the Discord so that everybody else can join as well. And I guess now it's a little bit late to join this one, but maybe next year. Who knows? Let's see. How are we going to keep ourselves busy? We could go back to Wildcastle because they have like a bird one, but I feel it's twice the same. Let's see if there is something fun in this one. So we did the Lord of the Rings one last time. Shall we do that again? Oh yes, I need to get this done. Let's see. Parfait. Voila. Let's see. Do we do the Lord of the Rings one again? Or do we dare something else? Oh, well, we have like the same thing. I wanted really to read my series, and I was afraid I would not be able to fit them in the prompts. And also, like, I really liked the dragons and the Pets Rescue Center, but then the books, I liked a little bit of the fun. But now we all I guess, have some moments we have less inspiring. So like I will skip autumn semester and read my series, but now I'm mega intrigued. So I made sure I fitted my books in there. Yes. Well, I will do like then two next month, but I will fit my books in the same books in both. In October, I will be going over to TBR Harvest by Leandra, and I will go do board games for Halloweenathon with Kelsey at Kelsey's Nostalgic Live. I did so in April as well, and we did like only the gaming part and the activities part, and I think we're going to do the same because as a family we had fun doing that. In November, I have reading plans. Because normally we have like nonfiction November, but we also have Lisez-vous du Belge. So I'm going to try to mingle those together. And then in December, I will go to the, well, there is Lightfall, and then there is the bingo of Clio, who does a readathon in July, which is called Game Nightathon. And then we have like a bingo Game Nightathon in December, which is also a lot of fun. So I'm fully booked for reading plans. 4 competitive readathons. Oh wow! Oh, I would not dare. Too many. But do you pick like you do you get your books in like every readathon, or do you pick books for everyone of those readathons? Because I try to not stack too much, but then I feel I wouldn't be able to do so many. Hi, Orion yesterday. I'm in my 3rd year. So it's too early for my character to have an academic burnout. Yeah, I'm in my 3rd, and I switched callings after my 1st, and I went from Mindmender to Herbalist and Beastmaster because I was writing a story for my character, and that fitted better. But then this year somewhere, well, in April, I guess I gave up writing that story. And so maybe for next year I will switch callings again, because I have like herbalism and no alchemy and restoration for both of them, and I feel I have too much the same prompts. Yeah, right. Use book in more than one readathon. Into Halloweenathon. Yeah. I feel I had well, for old school April I only did like activities, and it was fun, and I am enjoying a lot TBR-athon from Leandra. So I decided to split up between both in October, so that I didn't have to choose, but then to do it as I did in April, and that went well for us. And so we will be doing some more board games. So I'm going to see, because I didn't stop the timer. Well, oh, I can see you have 6 minutes left. So let's see. Will we do a little game? Those are quite quick. Let's go for Lord of the Rings, since we were quite successful with that one. And what do we have? Oathbound Shadows. Explore the mystical powers, binding oath, and unique limitations of the army of the dead in Middle-earth. Oh no. Oh no. I don't remember a lot of them. So we'll see. We'll see. Who is the only living person able to command the army of the dead during the War of the Ring? Aragorn, Gandalf, Eomer, or Faramir? I think we all can agree on Aragorn for that one. Why do I feel that like the Lord of the Rings one is so much easier than the nature one? What supernatural effect do the army of dead have on the living? They cause terror. They can heal wounds. Definitely not. They can raise the dead. They control the weather. I feel they they kill. So not raising the dead, but then maybe causing terror. What do you think? Because I don't really know. I need to reread Lord of the Rings. I did reread The Hobbit with the idea of rereading Lord of the Rings, and I didn't get to it. But I'll go for A. Yeah, they cause terror. Oh, I hope you didn't hear the dog cough. When is the... Okay, Iggy, ça va? Yeah, I don't know. He must have eaten some of its court toys again. When is the curse of the on the army of the dead finally lifted? When Sauron is defeated? Nope. After they fulfill their oath, after the crowning of the king, or when the One Ring is destroyed. I feel it's B. After fulfilling their oath. Well, in the end, it seems I know more about them than I thought. Which is the true limitation placed on the army of the dead? They cannot be used for selfish purposes. They cannot appear in daylight. They cannot speak to mortals. They cannot cross water. In the movie, like I see them going onto ships. So not that. They speak to Aragorn, who is immortal. So I guess it's not that. I feel the fight in the film is during the day, so I will go for A, which sounds quite logical. And we did it. Like all of them. Wow. And we have 2 minutes of break left. Let's see. Oh, you're doing it this way. Let's go like... Normally there used to be play another game. How was the game? Make your own game. Play. Let's do the lie detector one. It's quick. And maybe pause quickly the break to make sure. Timeless Middle Earth. Can you spot the truth about how time and aging shapes character in places in Middle Earth and places? Pick the true statement to pass. The seasons in the story remain constant and have no narrative signification to the journey. Or the changing seasons in the story often reflect the emotional and narrative stages of the journey. I feel they do have some importance. Treebeard calls others hasty because ants are known for making quick decisions. Nope. Treebeard refers to other beings as hasty due to the ant's slow perception of time. They make very slow decisions, so there is not much thinking to be done. Time passes more quickly for mortals in Lothlorien than in the outside world, or mortal visitors to Lothlorien often feel as if time stands still within its borders. I would say this. Bilbo remained physically unchanged after relinquishing the ring, unaffected by its loss, or Bilbo's aging accelerated after he gave up the ring. Yeah, I feel the Lord of the Rings ones are way more easy than the nature ones. So let's go back to reading. I will put back the timer, skip break, and I will already start it. Happy reading. Welcome back. How did your sprint go? I will post this. I continued reading. I read again around 40 pages. I had a few more laughs. I think we really, really got into it, and that from now on, this book will fly by. And I think I'm very happy that I continued reading, anyways. And I now think that maybe I will finish it by the end of the weekend, but we'll see. So, how did things go for you? Did you had a good sprint reading something nice or anything like that? And whilst I'm waiting for your comments to come in, I will have a look what we could play afterwards to do something different. We still have the trivia game we can do. A shorter book, and in chapter 5 out of 13. And are you enjoying it? That's the most important part of it. Let's see. The struggle of switching screens again. Why? Let's see. Where is it? Here. So we can do this afterwards. And what book did you pick? But I feel there are so many. It's something that impresses me. I didn't really read through all the titles that were locked for the Wanériffe War. I just went diagonally through, and there's so many books that I never heard about. So I think maybe I will do a little readathon stats thingy or so to see what we read most. A cause of fantasy about a coffee shop owner that takes in a bunch of talking animals. Farah's familiars. Oh, that sounds nice. Cozy is not my favorite genre. I feel they often I don't know, too perfect. A too perfect world, but that's a title I'll try to remember, because the talking animal, that sounds really fun. And well, loving animals, I guess this is something that I get attracted to. So let's see. Can we do the card game? So I have done a few plays of it, and it feels that sometimes we get the same questions. So let's hope that we have good memory. The first question we have is about conservation heroes, and that already feels familiar. As an environmentalist, this rubber tapper fought to preserve the Amazon rainforest and advocated for the human rights of peasants and indigenous people of Brazil. And I feel I should know the answer, that we got it already, or that I saw it at some point when I did this by myself. And I think it was this one. Yep. At least my memory is still working. Current events. Caused by nutrient runoff from agricultural and urban areas into oceans and lakes, this environmental problem causes dead zones where oxygen is so depleted that life can no longer be supported. This also feels familiar. I think it was this one. Yep. Oh, it's a little bit sad though to get the same questions. But then maybe for once we can hit a 15 out of 15. Current events. These invasive species carrying vector-borne diseases have benefited from climate change as the warmer temperatures lead to longer breeding seasons and greater hatch rates, which in turn expands the geographic area where they live. Termites, ants, mites, ticks, and mosquitoes. It's one I never saw before. I want to go with the ticks and mosquitoes since we had the people from the nature reserve we live in asking us to inform them if we saw tiger mosquitoes. And we saw those arriving a few years ago in the south of France, but they're not original from there. So I think this could be the answer. Science and technology. This open sourced web application, oh, this one is known, is an initiative of the World Resources Institute and is used to monitor illegal deforestation and fires and call out to unsustainable activities. And we got that already. And I think it's Global Forest Watch, if I remember well. That makes me think I should have a look because we do have, well, I'm not sure if it is out now, but a part of the Belgium forests took fire not that long ago. But we have had some pretty much heavy storms since that. So I think most of them now should at least be under control. But a region called Les Fagnes is burning. And it is bringing up again like a lot of questions because it seems that our firefighters didn't get the money they needed this year to make sure that they could fight these different fires. So I should get myself a little bit more informed about that. But where I live, we don't have any fires or had any fires going on. Conservation heroes. This French naval officer pioneered marine conservation and co-developed Aqua Lung, the first self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. His legacy includes more than 120 television documentaries and more than 50 books. And I don't have to think about that. That's Jacques Cousteau. As a child, my parents watched a show called The Extraordinary Garden, Le Jardin Extraordinaire, and we often had the documentaries made by Jacques Cousteau. And Niklaus, who wants to become a marine biologist, has a biography, but I think it's or his father or his son, also very active in ocean preservation. But it's still a little bit too difficult. We found that book in a little free library and he took it with him. But he's a little bit young for reading that, so we put it aside. But yeah, it's a name that we know in this house. So we are having like 5 out of 5 correct. Biodiversity. The Murchison Falls National Park in Uganda is home to this bird, one of the rarest water birds in the world, identifiable by its size and a powerful, unique, almost prehistoric looking beak. Oh, I was watching some reels on Instagram earlier today, and I had one sent by my best friend Ketan, who lives in India, and they were from an account that shared a lot of animals. And I saw this this bird in there. And so I googled. So I know it should be the shoebill, which had some very cute pictures on Google Images. Next, social sciences. This global movement to inspire the love of nature is built on the idea that the more people experience nature, the more they are alike to care for it. Sustainable development, recycling, at Nature for All of hiking. I don't know. I guess it should be one of these two, Nature for All of hiking. You will have to help me out there, because you're leaving all the answering to me. It's not the idea. So what do you think? What should we answer on this one? Otherwise, I will have to pick just one. Well, let's go for at nature or the hashtag nature for all. It seems more like movement than hiking with the hashtag thing. Yeah, that's it. I switched before I saw this one. Hiking would be my old lady idea. Well, I do a lot of hiking, but what made me pick the other one is the hashtag. Yeah, because it sounds more like a movement. I will be happy to see the heat wave gone, the rain that followed on it gone, so that I can go walk more. I wouldn't say I go hiking anymore with my hip, but then that they find a solution, maybe. We'll see. Let's go to the next one, because we have 7 out of 7. Biodiversity. This nocturnal animal is a keystone species, essential to ecosystems due to its pollination and seed dispersing services. However, it is threatened by a fungal disease called white nose syndrome, which is causing massive population declines and threatening certain species with extinction. Let's see, because it's a new one. The bat, the flying squirrel, the great gray owl, or the Panamanian night monkey. And I don't know, my first guess would be the bat, because I know it's nocturnal. I know it is very essential in pollination and seed dispersing. More than the gray owl, who is a carnivore. So I guess he will not be helping. I guess the squirrel would do some seed dispersing, but I don't know for sure if it would be a pollinator. I don't think so. And I think like a monkey, my guess would go for the bat, but what do you think? Yeah, we can tell it's not the owl. Yeah, the bat. Talking about bats, I hope I will be able to film a little bit of that, because I don't know, I guess it's international, but we have this weekend. Is it this weekend or next week? Well, the next weekend, because it's weekend, obviously. We have the Night of the Bat going on in Belgium, and in several places you can go to information sessions and on walks in which biologists or nature activists go on the lookout to talk about how bats live, and then they have like little boxes that bring down their sounds that are so high we can hear them to a level we can hear them. And we are going to do that because Jorim is very interested in bats, and we have done that for several years. And this year, Niklaus is coming along. So I hope that I will be able to film and share that in my next vlog. And let's see then what the next one is. Science and technology. Satellites in space allow us to protect groups such as this, whose survival and integrity is threatened by contact with the outside world. Isolated indigenous tribes, illegal mining operations. I think we can scrap that already. Lemurs, this is a type of monkey, and sea turtles. I wonder. I would say the isolated indigenous tribes because, like, the survival and integrity threatened by contact with the outside world. What do you think? I would go for the first one. Mining, no. And I know that they put trackers on sea turtles, but I don't see how their integrity would be threatened by human contact. And I know that one of their biggest problems is the plastic in the oceans. And then lemurs, they are type of monkeys. We have them in like how it's called now. We call it paradisa, but I think it's paradisio now. Or no, the other way around. Paradisa is now. And they have like these isles where they're on. So let's go for the indigenous tribes. Yep. Current events. This activity is estimated to be worth at least US dollars 19 billion per year, making it the fourth largest illegal global trade. Oh, I think we have got this one already. This practice causes unprecedented declines in some of the world's most well-known wildlife species as poachers pursue profit from commodities. Yep. And that was wildlife trafficking. 10 out of 10. Just give me 1 second because there is a little intruder in the hallway. C'est qui?
C'est moi.
Naoki, c'est toi?
Non, c'est moi.
Niklaus? Va chercher ton livre de Cousteau, tiens.
De Cousteau.
Oui, ton livre sur le biologue marin. So we have Niklaus who doesn't dare to pass by. So he was downstairs spending some time with his dad and his older brother. And so he's sent up to bed apparently. And it's, the book is about Jean-Yves Cousteau. So this is the book I talked about the biologist of the seas. And you have like a picture. And I don't know if there are a lot of pictures in. Nope. And I can imagine that Niklaus is a little bit intimidated by this one. But here it is. Merci. Bonne nuit. So he's off to bed. Let's see. Next question. Science and technology. Research has shown that listening to natural sounds can have a positive impact on physical and psychological well-being. Which of the following is not one of those benefits? Well, reduces pain, decreases depression and anxiety, relieves stress. I think it will not heal broken bones. And we don't have to hesitate. We are going to have like a 15 out of 15, which is crazy. Current events. This insect is an indispensable pollinator that supports the diversity and productivity of plants worldwide, but its population is facing widespread decline due to habitat loss, pesticide use, and climate change. We got that one also already. That's the bee. And we learned that because this year the park we live in has hired a biologist who is his field of study is pollinators, and so they have been doing activities for that. I filmed one of those. It's in one of my vlogs. And then conservation heroes. This Scottish American naturalist was known as the father of the national parks and was a founder of the Sierra Club, a prominent American conservation organization. And I feel we should have known that we have got that one. And I can't remember. Do you? Do you remember who this was? Or do you know? Um, I I wonder if it was not David Malpass, but I'm not sure. Let's try that one. Nope. John Muir. Muir. Oh, that is. Let me fetch my book because, well, I have like a. It's in Dutch, but it's on. Well, it's basically from a set of oracle cards, but the information is quite correct. And I have been attending when I was a teen, like well, it is at the basis in America bigger than in Europe. It's called Greencraft, and it's like a pagan groupment, and that's where I learned the Ogam alphabet. And Muir is one of the trees, but I can't remember which one. But I remember the words, or at least some that looks like it. But I cannot find it back. We have Muin or Nuin and Ruiz, but and Muin. But I thought I had Sanmir. Well, it looks like it, but it's not that. Yes, indeed. So this means that I do not have that we do not have the 15 because I saw it too late. My mom lives in Muir Woods on Muir Lane, and I have never questioned it. But just now I thought, hey, I bet that's why their complex is called is named Muir Woods. Yeah. There is lots of little things like that. Like when we did the walk in Anden last weekend, like we learned a lot about how streets got their names, which was quite interesting because apparently, at least in Belgium, most of our street names are from male politicians or personas, and in Anden there are a few that do have female names, which is apparently quite exceptional. And one of the first street names in Anden that was given the name of a woman that was somewhere after the 60s or 70s, and it was the first woman who hit 100 years old in the town. So that's like something. Street names are interesting. Science and technology. Using satellite imagery and computer models, we can monitor ice shelf melting in the Antarctic and predict this a major effect of climate change that threatens the coastlines of every continent. What do we have? Ozone levels. I don't feel that has extreme weather events, sea level rise, and deforestation. I would go for sea level rise because I feel that's the only one that really threatens coastlines. It seems quite logical. And then we have, I think, the last one, geography. We had only one of those, I feel. This national park in Central and Southeast Europe is most famous for its rivers and is included on the United Nations World Heritage List. The waters that flow within this park create natural dams, rivers, caves, and lakes. It's also home to a large amount of wildlife, including bears, wolves, and many rare bird species. And then we have names that are almost not pronounceable. I will butcher them, I'm quite sure, and I'm sorry for it. Busegi National Park, Plitvice Lakes National Park, Loch Lomond and the Trossach National Park, and Rila National Park. And I have absolutely no idea. Central and Southeast. I feel Loch sends to the British Isles, which is not Central or Southeast Europe, but might be mistaken. But the other three, to me, are good candidates. So if you have any idea, that would come in handy. I don't know. I really don't know. No clue. No, me neither. So, what shall we pick? This sounds, I don't know, it makes me think about like a Slavic language, but then let's maybe go for this one. The Plitvice, because it sounds just strange. But then, no, wait, lakes. There are like no big lakes, like several lakes together over here. So no, let's not do that one. The first one or the fourth one then? Oh. Well, the question is, where is it located? Like, is it central and southeast? Was it southeast? It's too small on here. Yeah. Southeast Europe. Croatia. Oh, then maybe that. I didn't know there were so many lakes in Croatia. Well, let's pick that one just because somebody knows it. And it's that one. Yay, thank you for helping out. So 14 out of 15. We did great. So now we learned a lot of things. And it's getting late. So yeah, there is no vanishing prompts at this time because since we head into reading for the ones who has vanished and that all the other ones have been gained, in case you haven't got the chance to check the Discord. And then I can tell both teams managed to read for all the prompts that they have left. So we only have on both sides vanishing prompts to read for, which is perfectly fine because that's what we will do until what's for me Thursday evening. The time normally in Discord should be in your time zone. It's in the general, the Wanériffe War announcement channel. And so, or you read for the prompts that are vanished. I made a little list in each of your tribe announcement channels with the number of pages you need to reach for them and how many you have already read for. And if you don't have a book that fits any of these prompts, you read anything else that you log for the just amount of pages we log for the weekend going from Thursday evening until Sunday evening. And just as we did before, everything you read before the weekend, you only log 50% of the pages, but it is explained on the Discord as well. We are learning. We'll see which team wins. I feel that now to win, it comes on finding one of the prayers, and I feel like the echoes I got is that it's way harder than I thought it would be. So try to read many pages so that you can ask a lot of questions. I wish you all good luck with that. I thank you all for being here. I hope you had a great time on these sprints. I'll see you over at the Discord soon, and I wish you all, like, I think for most of it, us, it will be have a good night. Bye.